Opening in 2018, Wickerman was the first wooden coaster in well over a decade, featuring lots of twists and turns as well as lots of fire effects, and was the first wooden coaster to feature wood and fire in the same ride. And this has become now one of the headlining attractions of Alton Towers. It's definitely one of the best, well presented rides. Got a great overall story and the theming elements of it, of the entire ride itself. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing my thoughts and opinions on this overall excellent ride in the UK. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Starting off then with the theming of Wicker Man. Wicker Man is a very well themed ride and is definitely one of the best themed rides out Alton Towers. And the overall presentation of the ride, the atmosphere around it is brilliant. You got lots of smoke effects, fire lanterns, and that all comes together to create one nice little, neat little package. The main theming structure of Wicker Man is, of course, Big Bob himself. This is the actual Wicker Man. It's got a head of a goat and a head of a man. So yeah, it's kind of a unique structure. You then the queue line itself, that is also really well done as you get some great interaction moments with the roller wooden coaster itself, and overall it's a great, well presented ride. In terms of the actual theming in the station, prior to going into the station, you actually have this pre-show which tells you about why you're here and why you are with the Wicker Man. So basically, you're following this cult who want to sacrifice you to the Wicker Man, and that's what the roller coaster section is all about. Is the part where you are being sacrificed to the Wicker Man itself, and the station is really well done. There's a lot of lights and atmospheric smells in there as the overall soundtrack of the ride is also brilliant too. And yeah, Wicker Man is a very well presented ride, if you can tell already. Now I'm going to be talking about the Wicker Man layout itself. And Wicker Man has an awesome wooden coaster layout. It's definitely more laterals focused than airtime, but it's still a great fun layout. So once you leave the station, you curve right round into a tunnel, and then that gets you really pumped, ready for the ride, and then before entering the lift hill. Now the lift hill is quite bizarre as it starts off very steep before going a bit shallower towards the top of the ride. You then crest over the top into a tunnel, and then that tunnel takes you around a 180-degree turn back towards the main layout itself, which you go down that first drop is all enclosed at this point to reduce noise. You then go up into an airtime hill, which does provide some great airtime before you're entering the main wooden coaster section. Now, this is where I kind of call it the jungle gym of the wooden coaster. You exit out of the tunnel and you are in the ride, because this ride does gain some high speed throughout the course of its layout. You then do a quick S bend round, and before being taking a left hand turn really quite sharply, and at that pace you'll get really loads of laterals on this ride, and it's quite intense in some aspects. You then go under the Wicker Man statue. You then go over a turn where you're over the queue line. That's a great interaction ride with riders waiting down below, and before entering the heart of the Wicker Man statue itself. This is the point where the fire effects go on Wicker Man, and it's a great theming. You don't really see the fire effects much on ride, but you can definitely see them off ride, and it's a great sensation. You then twist over to the keep twisting. You're basically going around this Wicker Man statue quite a few times. You're going about it three or times, and then you head over towards what is an unbanked section. Now, this is where the ride kind of dies out for me with Wicker Man. There's one section where um it's kind of just a flat turn, but that does provide some good excellent naturals and gives you your classic wooden coaster sensation. After that, then you drop down into what is another airtime hill, and then swooping back around the way you came before entering the break room. Now, Wicker Man isn't a very long ride, but what it does do is have doesn't waste much time in the actual ride layout itself, which for me is more important than having a very long ride. Is to have a good sustained ride throughout the entirety of the layout. You then hit the brake run, and then that's the end of Wicker Man. Now, for me, Wicker Man can vary in rides. Sometimes rides are slower, but for me, going in the afternoon on Wickerman is by far the best time of day to ride Wickerman because you got the fast. It's warmed up by then. It's got the fastest pacing, and I've had some brilliant rides. Some recent rides on Nemesis that I can think of that I've done recently is in October, um, September. I had some night rides on Wickerman, and they were absolutely incredible. It was really fast paced, and night rides on Wickerman is a must do. If there was any ride at Alton Towers I could recommend a night ride on, it would be Wickerman, which I'm hoping to do in the near future, as there's late night riding at Alton Towers in 2024. But yeah, Wickerman's an overall great ride, and I really highly recommend it, and it's definitely one of the must dos at Alton Towers. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on Wickerman. In terms of where it ranks for me at Alton Towers, it's my third favourite in the park, and it's definitely one of my favourite wooden coasters in the world. And I highly recommend to ride Wickerman. But thank you so much for watching this review. This is kind of a starter or a series, so I want to make more reviews in the future. So if you can, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Rollercoaster Josters, and join me next time as I will make more reviews.